Well, a big good morning to you from my shade house in Queensland, Australia. How are you today? We're just a couple of days out from Christmas and we've had a bit of rain, which is absolutely wonderful. But in my shade house, I wanted to grow some ferns because the heat that we get here in Queensland is absolutely intense. You cannot grow ferns outside. It's not possible. I tried to grow one of these in shade outside and it just curled up and died. So this was part of the reason that I built a shade house, because I wanted to grow some ferns, and I realized that in 42 degrees you need a shade house. So here it is, growing so happily in this corner. Now, I call this a bird's nest fern. I've always called them bird's nest ferns. I grew them for years when I lived in the tropics in Darwin, and the first thing is they need shade and they need protection from the wind and they need to be regularly watered. They're actually native to parts of Eastern Australia, Hawaii, and parts of Asia, all those countries where there's that tropical warm weather belt running through. But just look at the health on this. It's glorious, isn't it? Absolutely glorious. What are my tips for growing a bird's nest fern? I've already explained the weather. I've already explained the moisture. If you're going to grow them outside, one big tip, and what I learned when I lived in Darwin in the middle of the tropics, is I never buried them into the ground. I actually took them out of their pots when I bought them, sat them on top of the soil and packed rocks around them, because the one thing you will do, the one way to kill them if you don't have good drainage, is by waterlogging their roots. And I mean waterlogging. If you look at them in the forests and jungles, a lot of them grow on the sides of trees, like epiphytes. So the water runs across their roots and runs away. So yeah, if you soak these roots, they will die. Then on the other hand, of course, if you have one growing, the leaves are going yellow, it means it doesn't have enough water. It can be a little delicate balance, but it's a bit of fun finding out how. But for me to grow this, I need my shade house. I just absolutely love this particular fern. Have a wonderful day in your garden, no matter where you are in our world.